Another mining disaster. A Sichuan mine suddenly collapsed, causing 8 casualties. Beijing young people established the Gen Z Guards Army Club to support Russia. Staff at Ernst Young China were told to wear Chinese Communist Party badges. Unpaid electricity bills. Local Chinese Public Security Bureau gets power cut warning.
According to Chinese media, after the Inner Mongolia coal mine collapse left 6 confirmed dead and 47 missing, a mine accident occurred in Beijing City, Sichuan province, killing at least 5 people and injuring another 3. According to China's The Paper, around 9:57 a.m. on February 26, a non-coal mine collapsed in Nanjiang County, Beijing City. After preliminary verification, 25 people entered the mine, but only 17 people left the mine. 5 were killed and 3 were seriously injured and taken to the hospital. The accident's cause is under further investigation. The strange thing is that the Chinese media do not mention the recently collapsed mine's specific name or clearly explain what kind of ore it has. The so-called non-coal mine refers to extracting metal and mineral deposits, radioactive ores, petrochemical raw materials, building materials, auxiliary materials, refractory materials, and other non-metallic materials except for coal. Although non-coal mines don't pose a gas explosion risk, they are not fundamentally different from coal mines.
On the 1-year anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war, Chinese media reported some young Beijingers organized the so-called Patriotism Club, Gen Z Guards Army Club, while wearing Russian military uniforms to show their support for Russia, a move that was widely criticized by netizens. According to Sputnik News on February 23rd, these young Beijingers wear military uniforms, wear the highest military decoration of the Russian Federation, the Order of St. George, wear a white bandana representing peace, and hold the Russian flag to show their support. Gen Z Guards Army also took group photos cosplaying as the Russian army. A member said this cosplay's main purpose is to satisfy their preferences and express support for the Russian military. The members are mostly young students. They enjoy researching Russian equipment and weapons, discussing the war situation, listening to Russian music, and are even deeply interested in Soviet history. In the interview, a member said the common situation of China and Russia makes the two countries be supportive and indispensable partners. At the same time, both countries' cooperation policy has also deepened the Chinese people's pro-Russian ideas. According to Chinese media, the club's move has been criticized by many Twitter users. Some netizens sarcastically suggested the Chinese government could send these young men to the battlefield so they could support the Russian army with practical actions. Chinese netizens asked, "There is even a patriotism club. Who were they patriotic for? Russia? Would the Chinese government allow this kind of organization to exist? If it can exist, it must have an official record. I really don't understand. What does loving Russia and loving China have to do with each other?" Another netizen also scoffed. Didn't Russia say before that foreigners can be allowed to join the Russian army in the war with Ukraine? Young pro-Russia Beijingers who are not disabled can become Russian soldiers and help their country. Just register directly to join them. Communist member employees at Ernst Young China have been told to put their membership on show by wearing party badges. According to the Financial Times, the Communist Party branch committee at the accounting firm emailed the directive to all party members on February 23rd. It said the badges were a preparation for the annual parliament meetings in China, scheduled to begin on March 5th. The directive said, the badge should be placed in the middle of the left chest and cannot be worn on the collar. When worn with other badges, it should be placed above them. The letter said the party committee of the Beijing's accountants organization had issued a campaign requiring party members to showcase their political status at work. FT noted that pin drives tend to get stricter during politically important events. State-backed corporations have repeated such demands more frequently in recent years, especially after the 20th National Congress last October. The party's bylaws say, wearing the party badge is the obligation of every Communist Party member. It helps to make visible their identities as party members, ensures they fulfill their party obligations, and strengthens their party consciousness. But EY China is an affiliate to a multinational corporation, making it one of the first to have told staff to wear the party badge. The changes came after Beijing told government-owned companies to switch to local auditors instead of continuing contracts with the Big Four, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, and PwC. As sources disclosed to Bloomberg, Beijing wanted to limit the influence of US-linked multinational audit firms, while also ensuring the nation's data and bolstering the local accounting industry. It has not concluded any deadlines yet, and the changes are expected to proceed as contracts expire. A recent power cut notice from Nanning Bureau of Electricity Supply to Guangxi Public Security Bureau has been spreading on the internet. Accordingly, the bureau has not paid its January electricity bills, despite repeated reminders, with amounts over 480,000 yuan, or $69,000. Therefore, the power supply company will stop electricity supply to the Security Bureau starting from February 27th. On February 27th, a staff member told mainland media that the security office was registered with the name Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region Public Security Bureau. The bureau is located on number 34 Xinmin Road, Nanning City. However, as of 12 o'clock the same day, the power company's customer service staff said that the bureau had made the payment, so there would be no power cut. The incident sparked a heated discussion on Chinese social media. To Chinese citizens, having a 480,000 yuan bill of electricity consumption is very high. A person wrote, "It is estimated that the electricity wasted every month is enough for ordinary households to use for several years." Another suggested that the Bureau's electricity consumption history should be made public. Another Chinese internet user speculated that there must have been something happening within the management level. The person wrote, "Including the traffic police system, traffic monitoring in the city is often shut down in sections to save electricity." Another user wrote, "Before, hooligans in the mountains. Now, hooligans in the public security. These hooligans and bandits are used to eating overlord meals, and they don't want to pay the electricity bill.